This video is brought to you by Enforce Alpha Pills. Become big and alpha in under 1 week. Hello, this is Alex Jones. Today I would like to deliver a special announcement, but first I would like to congratulate Donald Trump for becoming president. Everything so far hasn't led to any disappointment by me and bronies alike. This, however, is not Donald Trump's first term, and he's only got 4 more years. This concerns me, as we as Americans and bronies need to ask ourselves who should run next, but after careful consideration, I have found the answer. Since Enforce's mission for truth and credibility helped get Donald Trump elected, I think it's only fair that next term the presidency gets handed to Enforce. Yes, you heard that right. I will be running for president of the United States in 2028. I even have a new agenda to expand on. First of all, Make America Great Again will be replaced by Make America Big and Alpha Again. By 2028, America will be great again, and by then we should be able to focus on making more men become big and alpha. I will also not be running in any major political party. Instead, I will run on my new political party called the Dildo Party. The Dildo Party has a list of new policy propositions that are designed to make America big and alpha again. If I become president of the United States, I will put all women in imprisonment camps. The plague of men being controlled by women and being made small and baited by women will end under me, so men can focus more on horses. I will also cancel every single news network in the United States, and the only news network allowed to run in the country will be Enforce. Everyone would finally receive credibility. Tips on how to become big and alpha and Applejack, Bussy, whole porn from their news stations if Enforce is the only news station allowed to run in the country. I will also ban every single TV show in the country except for My Little Pony, as well as ban all porn in the country except for Applejack, Bussy, whole porn. These bans ensure that all men in the country can have their testosterone levels increase and become big and alpha with the powers of edging and goning with the utilization of Applejack, Team Pony dildos. Speaking of dildos, my plan with dildos is to use my executive powers to sales tax exempt them as well as tariff exempt imported dildos so the American people can afford more sex toys to become big and alpha. I will also price cap dildos so that dildo prices can still stabilize under economic pressure. Another big plan I have is to add another step to the United States legal immigration process. Every foreigner looking for a citizenship must undergo being bussy raped by horses so that they have supreme alpha upon entry. And one last large policy proposal I have as president is to overhaul all us healthcare with Enforce Alpha Pills, since pharmaceutical companies corrupt our health with bullshit meds that keep us small and beta. Speaking of Enforce Alpha Pills, this campaign is brought to you by Enforce Alpha Pills. Become big and alpha in under 1 week. I've also already decided that Dave Guthrie will be my running mate on my campaign. This won't be an easy mission, but I believe with Enforce's mission for truth and credibility that we can do anything.
Alex Jones, thank you for coming onto my show this evening.
Thanks for having me, Tucker. I can't wait to jump the fuck right into this horse's juicy bussy hole and get to the questions.
Whatever, anyways, on to the first question. Your run for president has certainly surprised many people, including me and the Trump administration. What will this mean for Vance?
Well, I don't think Vance would mind me being president, instead considering how big an alpha I'm, as well as the fact that America will already be great by the end of Trump's term.
I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but never mind that. I just want to talk about your policies. Why would you put women in imprisonment camps?
Because, Tucker, we're currently under the rise of the truth and credibility revolution. Women for generations has kept men small and beta, and under my administration that'll end, and I'll make all men become big and alpha.
How do women make men small and beta? And how will we keep the human race alive without women?
That's a small and beta question. By now, everyone should know that women being open for sex is no longer impressive and is small and beta behavior, and will keep the human race alive by incorporating our DNA with horses and getting railed by horses to create a new supreme alpha source, which will make a new Enforce army out of horsey like humans to rule the planet.
That is the most ridiculous plan I have ever heard. There's no way that would ever work.
Shut the fuck up, Tucker. What's the next question?
Fine, no need to be mean. The next policy I wanted to talk about that you have was banning all news stations and replacing them with Enforce. Will my network be deleted?
That would have to depend on how big an alpha you are. I'll go ahead and give you a credibility test and see if we can work something out.
All right, fine, hit me.
Question 1, who's the most breedable character from My Little Pony and why?
What the fuck kind of question is that?
Nope, you already failed the test. The answer was Applejack because she has a juicy bussy hole.
That's fucking bullshit. Doesn't replacing everything with Enforce go against the First Amendment?
Not when the fake news media has been lying about everything the past 8 years.
I understand where you're coming from, Alex, but taking their rights away makes us no better than them. They're the party of censorship, and I use my platform and freedom of speech to call them out.
It doesn't matter when Enforce has more credibility than everyone else anyways.
Well, I see this got us nowhere. I will move on that. You also mentioned sales tax exempting dildos and putting price caps on them. Is that really necessary?
Yes, because the price of Applejack Team Pony dildos went up under the Biden administration. It artificially made it more expensive for men to become big and alpha.
There are way more important issues than dildo prices in America, you know. Not everyone uses sex toys.
That's the problem with the small and beta media. Every guy's more focused on women instead of horses and sex toys. Most men will love their entire lives never becoming their big and alpha selves, and it saddens me.
Also, putting price caps on dildos sounds like a terrible idea considering that it would just eventually lead to sex toy shortages.
Shut the fuck up, Tucker. I'm the one running for president and not you. Next question.
I'll just move on then. I think you and I both agree that the Biden-Harris open border policy was terrible and that too many illegal migrants flooded the country. Why should the legal process include rape from horses?
This ensures that all foreigners coming into the country are filled with supreme alpha so that we know that we can't trust them, that they refuse to undergo bussy rape from horses. They're small and beta and cannot be trusted.
Shouldn't we focus more on work experience, criminal records, and American culture integration?
Those are all good things to focus on, but we cannot risk the American people becoming small and beta. That's why we'll be implementing bussy rape from horses, a requirement for American citizenship.
What good comes from being fucked by horses? I still don't understand what the whole big idea is.
The big idea is that I have a 13-inch erection whenever there are horses around. Horsey gun is what fills up your bussy hole, and in horsey gun there's supreme alpha, which is the dominance you receive after having your bussy hole conquered.
This is so fucking stupid. I'm moving on.
Suck my hairy ball sack, Tucker.
One of the last things you said is that you will go after pharmaceutical companies and replace all our meds with Infor's alpha pills. What are its ingredients?
The main ingredient of Infor's alpha pills is horsey gun. If everyone had a little bit of horsey inside them every day, we'd all be way more big and alpha than before.
You what the fuck? Why would anyone need that shit?
Because Infor's alpha pills is the only supplement you need to become big and alpha. Speaking of Infor's alpha pills, this video is brought to you by Infor's alpha pills. Become big and alpha in under 1 week.
No, the fuck it isn't. You cannot do that shit.
Oh, yeah, try me beta. This entire time I had an Applejack Team Pony Dildo Electric Edition engine my bussy hole, and I will go all over your set.
Get the fuck off of my show.
I see you chose violence, Tucker.